Well,
Have you seen the trailer?
Have to keep an eye. I have not seen the trailer. I'm going to go and watch the trailer afterwards. It's definitely something I think I'll probably keep an eye on.
Better than The Day After Tomorrow by far.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh. What a subpar movie.
Okay, the story and the acting and everything was subpar, but the cinematics weren't bad.
The effects were the best. They were the star. Yes, we know. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. We here at the GNF like to play video games from time to time. So, what we're going to talk about right now is Soul Calibur. I think we should go with Soul Calibur 2. Y'all agree with that? Good with that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Alright, Soul Calibur 2, released someday. You know, if I was really good, I'd have the information in front of me, but I don't. Released on all 3 platforms at the time. 2 platforms. It was only released on the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox. Wait a minute. That's not true. PlayStation, Xbox, and whatever Nintendo had. The GameCube. That's right. Released on all 3 systems, the Nintendo GameCube, the Microsoft Xbox, and the Sony PlayStation 2. Did fairly well in selling, I'm under the impression. But let's talk about something we actually know, the game itself. So let's get some initial thoughts. Juan Pablo, as this being probably your game, why don't you start?
Well, first I've got to say that it's really the only game that I've ever been really good at, and been able to actually, beat you and Max and the likes of, of serious gamers. And it's a pretty straightforward concept. All you do is get in the ring with another character, and as long as you know the moves and the combinations, you're good. And that's what I liked about it. It was simple for me, because I'm really good with spatial stuff like that. And until the last game when they started trying to bring in Star Wars characters, which was cool, but it didn't make any sense. The characters actually, meshed well together. And no character really seemed out of the ordinary. Except for Spawn. Spawn was the only one. But for the most part, the characters made sense together. I didn't see, even Yoshimitsu and Voldo from different cultures seemed to mesh. And, that's pretty much it for me on that game.
Dave, what were your impressions of Soul Calibur 2 when you played?
Because I always got my ass handed to me. I hated it.
Oh yeah, sorry. That's right.
But I like the new Soul Calibur.
Definitely. We'll talk about that one too.
What makes the new one different for you than 2?
They added the Star Wars character. That, and I think better gameplay overall. It just seems a lot simpler.
Well, yeah, because the 4th one and the 3rd and the 4th one were made to not be button mashers. Everything before that was really easy to mash buttons on, and that's what made it so much more difficult for people.
I would say that 4 was still a button masher.
Compared to Street Fighter, yes. But if you compare it to Soul Calibur 2, then it's not a button masher. In comparison to that, far less. Much less.
Well, I had a pretty big gap between playing the 2 games, so it seemed the same to me. For me, I remember that Soul Calibur 2 was the first fighting game I played in a while. I had serious gaps between the Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance and my first time playing Soul Calibur 2. So, and I had never played a Soul Calibur prior to that. And I found it really interesting, you know. Yeah, all the characters I thought were really interesting. And, you know, their weapons, cool. Except for, you know, save for a few. Like, Maxie with his nunchucks. So hard to use.
I've always hated Maxie.
Such a pain in the ass to use. But, overall, I thought it was a really, really great game.
And on you mentioning Mortal Kombat, I think that they're in completely different leagues, because the gameplay is totally different in Mortal Kombat than in Soul Calibur.
Oh yeah.
And,
I'm not, well, you would have to end up comparing them because they both fall under the fighting genre. But, yeah, they're two totally different games, and I would hope they would be, otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah. What I'm saying, like, your impression of Soul Calibur, I don't think it's fair to let it be affected by Mortal Kombat, though. And
No.
Together.
I am looking at them separately, and I do enjoy both of them. I don't remember the story. Does anyone remember the story mode of Soul Calibur 2?
No.
Well, they were all searching for Soul Calibur, and then there were certain characters that wanted it for the power, and then there were other characters that wanted it to destroy it. And then a lot of the characters, they all had their rivals at the end, but only certain ones were expressed in the story, like Ivy against her father. But other than that, you don't.
Yeah, I just remember thinking that the story was okay. I know for 4, the story mode for each character was fucking terrible. It was just
definitely
crap. Just scrolling text at the beginning of each character's, story mode, just to get it out of the way. And the story mode in 4 was bad. It was awful. It was crap.